Welcome back for another episode of the Real Cinema Show. My name is Rob,
I'm Devin.
and on the show we talk about movies, movie trailers, what we're seeing, what we're gonna see, and all sorts of stuff like that.
Yep.
Devin, this is a actual special show.
Yes.
Why?
We're going to go back in time a bit with the movies we're talking about, right?
Well, yes, but not
bit.
only that, this is our 10th
Oh, okay.
episode.
10 more than I thought.
Exactly, right? Who would have thought we would have made it this far? This is also a special episode because I am heavily relying on you because I did not get a chance to see the two movies that you saw this weekend. I know. I'm
Shameful.
bad. Yeah, it's shameful. But we are going to talk about a movie that we did see,
Yes.
a movie that did not come out last week, but it came out a week ago.
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago
Yes.
now, which was Saturday Night.
Mm-hmm.
I love this movie.
Yeah.
This movie was fast-paced, energetic, and, it's about, creators wanting to put their mark on the world and, do something that they love, and that's something that I relate to, right?
Yeah.
Directed by Jason Reitman. Jason Reitman?
I thought it was Reitman. I don't know. You might be right.
Reitman.
Guessing here.
He directed Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Okay.
Which I actually did not see, but I heard great things about it.
Yeah, I heard great things too. Didn't see it.
I saw your out of the theater reaction when you saw it. What did you think? What did you think of Saturday Night?
Yeah, I really enjoyed this one. Like, originally when I heard of the concept of the movie, the synopsis, I was like, I don't have interest. Like, the 90 minutes before the first Saturday Night Live episode, like, why should I care?
Really?
Well,
I feel like that concept is kind of what brought me in.
Well,
Like,
just the synopsis without any, like, visual, like, footage.
Yeah.
I was like, maybe. But then the trailers came out, and both of them, like, I was like, I gotta see this right away.
Yeah.
And I remember going into the movie, one thing I was thinking to myself was, if this is 90 minutes before, maybe they're gonna show like the time every so often leading up to it, and they did that, showing, oh, now it's 10:23, now it's 10:57, 11:13. It's getting closer, and it's like the show goes on 11:30 whether you're ready or not.
Yeah.
I love the directing, how at times you'd be following Lorne Michaels' character around. Lorne Michaels, I guess.
Yeah.
Played by Gabriel LaBelle.
I love Gabriel LaBelle.
Yeah.
I thought he was great in The Fabelmans. That was, I think, his breakout role.
Oh, he was
like Steven Spielberg.
Okay.
He played the main character. Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was great in this.
I loved how, the camera was moving around, following behind him, just kind of following him through door to door as he was trying to get everything. Another order's coming in.
Yeah.
You got a problem on this set now. Rehearse this skit now. Just the chaotic nature of the whole set and show, trying to get it ready and figure out what the show was at the times, really.
Yeah, because they didn't even really know what they had on their hands,
Yeah.
And I want to know what the true story is, because obviously this is a representation of the true story.
Oh, they exaggerated plenty parts of this movie.
But how crazy was it in real life? That's what I want to know. I was kind of hoping that in the credits they would have showed the character and then the actor who they were playing. You know what I mean?
That would have been nice.
Which, because
they didn't do
this
that?
was
okay.
No, they didn't. They showed they just showed images of the actor in the movie.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
But I wanted to kind of see a comparison because I like when true stories do that.
Yeah.
And this was 1975.
Yes.
A lot of those cast members, I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are. But I thought Dylan O'Brien was great as Dan Aykroyd. And the guy that plays Chevy Chase, I thought was pretty great too. He looked exactly like him, which is kind of scary.
I think he was one of the most... I think he was hilarious in this movie. I think he was one of the best parts of this movie for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he stole every scene, really. He was just standout. The writers of the show, I thought, were great in this movie at times.
Yeah.
A lot of big laughs at times. Yeah, I really enjoyed this one.
Yeah. Any final thoughts before we give our rating?
No, that's, I think, all I can think of. I love the way it was edited. I love the way it was just put together.
Yeah.
Great movie all around, I thought. Oh, in terms of true story, when I watch a true story movie, I sometimes like to look up afterwards, how accurate was the story.
Yeah.
With this one, parts of this movie, they say, oh, this happened, but, they kind of crammed it into the movie, maybe it happened at a later date.
Yeah.
or like, so it's kind of interesting. I forget all of it, but it was kind of interesting when you look up and go, okay, that kind of did happen. Or like one part that did happen, I'll say, is there was a character and actor who didn't sign his contract, I think, till the very last second.
Yeah, Belushi.
Yeah, that actually was true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like he really didn't sign his contract until like up until the last minute. So that part was actually true.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Huh. I wonder if like the cocaine was like also true. That was hilarious.
Yeah.
When he just rips it.
Oh, okay,
like,
yeah.
Before they have to film. So funny.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your rating?
I think for this one, I probably would give it like an 8.2. Fairly enjoyable time. Liked what I saw. Great movie.
Yeah, I'm going to have to give it, in between an 8 and an 8.5, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good. I think that really the only thing that would make it not a 10 for me is that I thought that because it was so fast-paced, that some of the comedy gets delivered too quick.
Okay.
And I maybe was a little too slow in catching or, grasping like everything that was happening.
I think I said my theater reaction, like the jokes are from that time period too.
Yeah, exactly. So
and they're
not
dirty
a lot
jokes,
of them,
and
and not a lot of those jokes I think are or would be as funny today.
Yeah. I get what you mean, yeah.
But I did like how they kept it period accurate in that sort of way.
No, that made complete sense, and it was great with those jokes, I thought.
Yeah. Okay, so Devin, I didn't see these two movies that we're going to talk about. I know that you were really excited to see Venom: The Last Dance. It was your most anticipated movie of the year.
Yeah.
Now having seen it, what are your thoughts?
It's honestly a letdown. When I say most anticipated, when we filmed it, I would say for the rest of the year at the time.
Oh, okay.
Like I had Deadpool and Dune above that, but this was still high up there in for the full year. It was just a letdown. So I don't understand why they made this franchise. I was trying to look up beforehand. So Venom's not necessarily the biggest enemy of Spider-Man. He's also like he's just a darker side. And then in later versions of the comics, he becomes like the anti-hero or whatever. Yeah. And they just, by the end, I'm like, what have you done? Like, there's a whole side plot in this movie with the hippie family. Not necessary. There's parts of this movie where it's like, I don't think you had a story to tell. Like, parts of it, the main plot, you had Noel being this big bad, but he had an alien henchman that kind of was in his place for most of the movie, doing his bidding or work. Yeah. And the director said, Kelly Marshall, the director, said, this is just a setup for Noel, leading to something bigger. But then I'm like going, I don't really care. I don't know what that would be. You didn't give me a good idea. Or it's not like you posed some Thanos level threat kind of as you were building up to it.
And then it's like, this is the last of the trilogy. So then...
Why was this trilogy made? You didn't...
Yeah.
There was nothing special. No amazing ride. A lot of critics were saying this was the best of the franchise. I disagree. Really? Like, Venom movies are known for one thing, like the chemistry between Eddie and Venom. Yeah. Which is, of course, the best part of this movie. Venom's hilarious. I thought this was honestly maybe the weakest in terms of jokes as well. The second one I thought was funnier. I think the first one, while maybe not a completely unique story, was a better story than this one. Yeah. So I'm just kind of... the third act was good, but overall it's just... It kind of a letdown, like, what are we doing with all these Sony movies? Like, is this, is Craven going to have something to do with one of the other movies? Like, what is this?
To be fair, not every movie needs to build to something else. It just has to be good in that time, when it opens and when it closes. That's when it needs to be good.
No, that's fair.
And was that at least good? Even though it wasn't leading to something else, was it just...
I'd say it barely does the job of a Venom movie in terms of being funny, being entertaining, and having good action at times. Okay. But the overall story let down, and by then you're going, like, why? Like, where were you taking this to? Like, just disappointing, really. I would say for this one.
What do you rate it? 1 out of 10.
7 out of 10. Just it's serviceable enough in my opinion. Like just.
Seven's a pretty good.
I would say it's just passing. Yeah. It just passed in terms of. I was thinking honestly lower. Like I was thinking like maybe this is even a 6.8 at times. Yeah. Because it just about does a job where I'm like, okay, I still enjoyed it enough, if that makes sense.
Okay, so you don't regret seeing it.
Don't regret it, but it's just like you did your job enough at times.
Yeah.
But nothing too special. Like the first two Venom movies, just like this one, critics hated it pretty much. Audience loved it, or at least liked it.
Yep.
This is the first one where I actually agree with the critics.
Okay.
Where I'm like, yeah, this is just a good chemistry between Venom and Eddie, and that's about it, really. I think.
So 7.
7 to 6.8, I would say, probably more fair. Yeah.
All right. And then the other movie that we or that I didn't see.
Yes.
Which is Conclave.
Yeah.
What did you think of Conclave?
I thought this was a pretty good movie. Like I said in my out of theater reaction, it's kind of like a religious political thriller. Okay. That's the interpretation I got from the trailers.
Yeah.
And it kind of stayed along that line, where it's an election conclave. It's about doing an election to find the new pope. It kind of started off slow, but like I understand that because it's not going to be like this intense movie that's coming at your face.
Yeah, it's not an action movie.
No, of course not. But like, then still building up as the election goes on, you're going, oh my god, they're digging up dirt on this guy, or
and this is not a true story, right?
No.
Okay.
At least I'm almost positive it's not. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know if this is about like Pope Francis before he becomes the Pope. Okay.
I don't think it's anything like that. No.
Okay.
But have you seen The Ides of March?
I have not, but it's on my list.
No, that's a great movie, and it kind of reminded me of this a bit. That political thriller elements where, like I said, you dig up dirt on your opponents, or all of a sudden, oh my god, this came to light about him, or they're making backdoor deals like, let's throw our support behind this guy now, or we can't win here, or we got to figure out how to win so this guy doesn't become because this guy doesn't win because he'd be terrible for the church. So that I thought was really great in this movie. Ralph Fiennes was exceptional in this movie.
And I actually want to bring him up.
Yeah.
So in his career, he's been nominated twice for an Academy Award.
Yes.
Right? Mm-hmm. He was nominated first for his supporting role in Schindler's List.
Okay.
Back in 1993. Mm-hmm. Well, actually, the award was for 1994, but the movie came out in 1993.
Yeah.
And then the second time he was nominated was in 97 for The English Patient as a lead actor.
Okay.
That's the last time he's been nominated by the Academy. And a lot of people think that he's the best actor working today without an Academy Award.
Mm-hmm.
Does this movie, in your opinion, give him the nomination this year? And if so, does he have a chance to win?
I would say there's like at least two scenes that come to mind where I'm like, well, that was really great of him in it. Like he's, I think, in almost every scene in the entire movie.
Okay.
Yeah, there's two scenes in particular where I'm like, oh, okay, this is really great. I think he could probably get a nomination for this. I don't know about when because, you just never know what the whole list is going to look like.
Exactly.
But nomination, yeah, I definitely think that's on the table because I read a lot of other people talking about that.
Okay.
I also wrote Stanley Tucci and John Lithgow also had supporting roles in this movie. Stanley Tucci had a slightly bigger one than John Lithgow. I thought Tucci maybe in itself can earn a possible supporting nomination because I really enjoyed his character as well in this movie.
Yeah.
Oh, the score in this movie was also great at times. Really? I felt like at any time the score was really kicking into high gear, it really elevated a scene. You got that feeling just from the trailers alone. So I really loved the score as well. All the Cardinals in this movie were really great in their roles. Of course, it's got great twists, big one, especially. And then overall, I had a pretty good time with this movie, I'd say.
Okay. Yeah. The movie's rated PG. Yeah. Does that blow your mind, or did it feel like you were watching a PG movie?
It's crazy because I remember I heard that earlier today, and I went, "Wait a minute, what?"
Yeah.
I thought it was like, just naturally, I thought it would have been like an R-rated movie, but then I thought back and I was like, "Wait, there's none of that." I'm like, PG. That's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I took my seat in the movie during the trailers, like a daughter and mother sat next to me, and I was like, "Is that kid's like 7? How is she in this movie right now?" But then they left because I think they're in the wrong movie. But
yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, PG. It's still that actually blew my mind when I heard that.
Wow. Okay. So 1 out of 10. What are you rating Conclave?
I would rate it an 8.3. I thought it was pretty good. I know a lot of people think a lot highly of it.
Yeah.
I thought 8.3 is still pretty good for me.
Okay, so it's worth checking out.
Yes.
Great. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. All right, so we're gonna move on to our next topic, which is trailers of the week.
Yeah.
Right. And we do this on a what is it? A see it or pass it.
Yeah, pass, no pass. Or...
Yeah.
See it or not see it.
Exactly. So we have 4 of them, I believe.
Yes.
So I'm going to list them off right now. So during the 1972 Munich Olympics, an American sports broadcasting crew finds themselves thrust into covering the hostage crisis involving Israeli athletes. This movie is September 5th, a drama thriller releasing November 29th in a limited release, and then it goes wide December 13th. What did you think of September 5th's trailer?
I thought this was a really great trailer. This wasn't initially on our list of trailers to go over. Yeah. I dug this up and later found out it came out only a few days ago, and it got me hooked. It looks like they're labeling it as just a drama, but it looks like an intense thriller, really, as well.
Yeah, it does.
Peter Skarsgård or Sarsgaard?
Yeah, Peter Skarsgård.
Sarsgaard. Yeah, he's great in anything he's in, really.
Yeah.
And just a lot of high tension, and as you're watching this trailer, you're going, "Oh my god, this looks scary. This looks like it's gonna get dangerous." A lot of bravery with this story. Obviously, like you said, I think true story. So all the more reason to see something that looks awesome. I'm gonna see this one.
Yeah, I thought this trailer looked great. It looks like something that I would want to see. Don't really have much thoughts on it.
Yeah.
It's just it looks
like
it looks like it's gonna be an intense time.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it looked like it was shot really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring it on. September 5th. We're both seeing it.
Yes.
But not on September 5th, on November 29th, probably.
Very, very true.
Okay. When visionary architect Laszlo Toth and his wife Elisabeth flee post-war Europe in 1947 to rebuild their legacy and witness the birth of modern America. That is not a complete sentence, I think.
Witness the rebirth of modern America?
Yeah, but the sentence is written when visionary. Anyways, that's what the movie's about. This is not a trailer. And what I'm talking about is The Brutalist, sorry.
Yeah.
Which is a historical drama starring Adrian Brody, releasing very limitedly December 20th.
Mm-hmm.
This is called a trailer, but this is a teaser.
A teaser of a teaser, really.
Yeah. I don't know what this story is at all.
Yeah.
It just looks like it is a coming to America movie where you fall. It almost looks like it's a character piece of this guy where, hey, we're going to be with Adrian Brody for a runtime of 3 hours and 35 minutes.
With an intermission.
Yeah. And, I don't know. So what are your thoughts on it? Yeah,
so like teaser of a teaser. It's got extremely great praise. 97% Rotten Tomatoes from 68 reviews. Mm-hmm. It premiered at the Venice Film Festival and got a 12-minute standing ovation. So, I mean, I can only go off the great praise where I'm like, okay, great praise. Felicity Jones as well, Guy Pearce, Emma Laird to round out. Pretty good cast.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be, cast really well. Yeah.
It looks like it's, like you said, coming to America, but it's also, I think he's trying to chase the American dream is what it's supposed to be about. So it's got my interest. I'd like to see, hopefully a bigger trailer soon before I decide if I want to dedicate about 4 hours of my day one day to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Because after previews, it's going to be an over 4 hour experience.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's
literally.
Yeah.
So having said, not really knowing what this movie is about.
Yeah.
I'm very intrigued.
Yes.
I like these type of, ambitious stories, and the cinematography looks pretty good. Yeah. Like I like that opening shot of the Statue of Liberty.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought that was interesting. Like it really is placing you in their world at this time, And I last saw Adrian Brody actually when I was rewatching. What's the show?
Winning Time?
No. Why am I blanking all of a sudden?
I can't help you out here.
What's the show? Netflix.
Netflix.
Cillian Murphy. Peaky Blinders.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So he is an Italian mobster guy in Peaky Blinders.
Oh, okay.
So I just recently watched him.
Yeah.
And then now, I'm watching, another version, another character that he's playing come to America too. Mm-hmm. So I think that's kind of funny.
I think it's kind of bold. I forget the director's name, but you do a three and a half hour movie basically.
Yeah.
And in this day and age especially, and it's a drama movie, you're really trusting that like you're going to get an audience for this movie where people have short attention spans.
Yeah.
You're going, hey, look, this is a big drama, so like, keeping people's interest throughout this whole movie, I think.
Yeah. Question. Or no, not a question. An observation.
Yeah.
This movie is distributed by A24?
Yes.
Okay.
They acquired the rights for under 10 million. Like, this is to distribute the film.
Yeah.
It's a very low budget film with some big names in it, so.
What is the budget of this film?
I don't know if it was said for under 10 million, and then it also said like A24 acquired it for that. Yeah. So it's, I want to say both, if not, are under 10 million. If not, that's the total, I think. I think this movie was made for 6.
Made for 6 million?
It might have been something like that, I think.
How was a 3.5 hour period piece made for anything, like it made for 6 million? That's crazy. That means these actors did a lot of favors.
Yeah.
Right?
I want to know what the minimum, acting requirement payment is in terms of the WGA, because I want to say it probably at least 250,000, if not, or it's is it 60?
No, it's like a few hundred.
Oh, okay.
It's like $300.
I'm thinking for their standard of pay. I mean, probably more so, I guess.
Yeah.
Because normally they wouldn't obviously take $100 or whatever.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, who knows? I mean, there's some actors that really believe in a project and will do it for free.
I wonder if they did probably for like, you gotta think a couple, maybe just tens of thousands for each of these guys, if that.
Yeah.
They got quite a few names in here.
So are you seeing The Brutalist?
Yes, I am. I would like to see more of the trail of the movie first, though.
There's a part of me that's like, don't give me another trailer. I kind of want to go in blind.
That's fair enough. I get it.
But
just like to have that's fair enough on it. I get that.
But I'm gonna see it even though I know nothing about it really.
Yeah.
Alrighty, on to our next trailer. When two besties and roommates, Jesus, there's so many names. Drew X,
I don't know what you're.
and Eliza discover Eliza's boyfriend has blown their rent money. The duo finds themselves going through extremes and a race against the clock to avoid eviction and keep their friendship intact.
Yeah,
I'm talking about One of Them Days. What did you think of the trailer? It's a buddy comedy starring Keke Palmer and SZA, the singer, releasing January 24th. Okay, now what are your thoughts?
This looks so like stupid and just it's ridiculously silly. Like, just completely turn your brain off for like a dumb like ride along afternoon, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's just, it looks like it could be funny. Like, I watched it twice, and on second watch, I'm like, okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought.
I enjoyed the trailer. Like, it's, you know what this movie is? This movie is Stephanie's movie. Like, she would love to see this.
Okay.
This is the type of movie where she'd be dragging me to go see, and then I actually enjoy it.
Yeah.
The trailer I thought was pretty funny, with the part where she's like climbing the pole and trying to get the Jordans because they're the original Jordans and she can get a few $100 probably from them. Like, I just thought that was, I thought it was a good time.
If nothing else, I'll see it, but I think I'd pass off just maybe this.
Really? Okay. Yeah, I'm seeing it.
I don't know how dumb I can dumb myself down to every once in a while with these movies.
Yeah. All right, let's see how my reading skills work right now. Marvin is a Milwaukee realtor who receives a crimson envelope from Rose, a former partner in crime whom he left for dead. He now finds him thrust back into a world of ruthless hitmen and double crosses Thrust back into a world of ruthless hitmen and double crosses that turn his open house into a deadly war zone. I'm sorry, guys. I can't read for shit. That movie is obviously Love Hurts, an action-adventure comedy starring Ki Hu Kwan and Ariana DeBose.
Mm-hmm.
However you pronounce it. What did you think of the trailer for Love Hurts?
You forgot the biggest star of this movie.
Who?
By the trailers. Marshawn Lynch.
Yeah, and Sean Astin's in this too, which, after loving The Lord of the Rings so much and Stranger Things, I'm excited to see him again.
Yeah, so as I just basically crapped all over a movie that looks really dumb and silly, this is another one in that same realm, but it's got more of an interest for me. The director of this movie, Jonathan Eusebio? I have no idea. I'm so sorry.
We're both just ripping names.
He was the fight coordinator of John Wick.
That makes 100% sense. Like, this is basically just John Wick, but with Ki-Hu Kwan.
Yeah. I thought, it looked great. Like, Marshawn Lynch had some funny one-liners in this movie.
Yeah.
It is definitely turn your brain off stupid. Honestly, I think it'll be fun enough where I'll probably see this one at least.
Yeah. If you haven't seen Bottoms,
yeah, I haven't.
It's basically, it's kind of like this. It's like, I wouldn't say it's a throwaway movie because that's not fair, but it's a movie where you just turn off your brain and you watch it, right? And you go for the laughs, and Marshawn Lynch is in that as well, and he has some funny one-liners in that one too. I thought this looked good. I'm not gonna rush out of the theater, but if it's playing and I have nothing to do, why not?
So kind of a pass for now on this?
It's a maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a maybe.
Ki-Hu Kwan, I loved him in Everything Everywhere All at Once. And I do want to see more of him. So, yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
So you're passing?
No. I think I'm more seeing this one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if you said that or not.
Yeah, I think I might have. Sorry.
Okay, so opening this week, we have a couple movies.
Yep.
A juror for a high-profile murder trial. Why can't I read? Let me back that up. The juror for a high-profile murder, don't laugh at me, murder trial finds himself struggling with a serious moral dilemma that could influence the verdict, potentially convict or free the accused killer. Devin, through your strained, smiling laughter,
I'm so sorry.
Are you seeing juror number 2?
Yeah, no. Okay, after I'm done. Okay, sorry. I got this.
You do.
Yeah.
I got this.
No, the trailer was great for this movie. Warner Brothers hates theatrical releases, I guess, because this is only coming out in 50 theaters across the entire country for some terrible reason.
Yeah.
So if you don't live in Los Angeles or the heart of New York, you're not seeing this movie, unfortunately, in a theater.
Yeah, which is sad because this movie is directed by the legendary Clint Eastwood.
And I'm pretty sure his final movie now that he's 94 years old.
Yeah, and it's starring Nicholas Hoult, who I feel like has been on a hot streak recently.
Yeah, Warner Brothers said that they were initially not going to even release in theaters, and it was just going to go straight to Max. But now, very limited marketing campaign, if any. And they also said they're not going to release any box office info for this film, which I thought was crazy.
That makes no... Why?
It's already...
Just because it's in 50 theaters?
Yeah.
Who cares?
I don't understand it. Like, a big movie like a Dune, a Deadpool, a Joker, that gets the biggest releases possible. To give you an idea, it gets released in 4,000 theaters. That's a ton of theaters. 4,000 plus. Like, there's probably maybe 4,500 total theaters in the country, if I was to guess.
Yeah.
A mid-sized movie, maybe, 2,000, like a Blink Twice. I think Blink Twice started with, 1,700. 50 theaters. There's more than 50 theaters just in California. Almost certainly. I love the trailer. It looks awesome. I love the concept. I'm definitely seeing it. Lucky enough to be seeing it. Can't wait for it to come out this weekend.
I agree with you. I'm going to see it too. The trailer had me, and I don't know what maybe the studio saw it and said, oh my God, we better make a great trailer because this movie sucks. That
sounds
could
exactly
be the case.
Like it. Yeah.
Because if this movie was great, they would release it in more theaters. That's the only thing.
I think this movie is good. I mean, obviously I haven't seen it, but I have no reason to believe this is going to be even bad. I think Warner Brothers and David Zaslav just doesn't know what he's doing at times.
Yeah. Well, that is juror number 2. If we have the chance to see it, we're both going to see it, right? Great. Mismatched cousins, David and Benji, tour Poland to honor their grandmother. Their adventure becomes complicated as old tensions resurface, while exploring their family history. I'll get it right one day.
I'll keep it together one day too.
This movie is a real pain. Starring Jesse Eisenberg and Karen Culkin. Directed by Jesse Eisenberg.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Are you seeing a real pain?
Yes. Is this, I forget, is this Jesse Eisenberg's directorial debut?
Yep.
Yeah, this looks pretty good. It got great critical acclaim early on with 91% Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Looks like it's just going to be a fun adventure throughout Europe. Or is it Poland specifically, I think?
It just says, Poland.
Okay, yeah, because, looks good. I remember seeing the trailers. I'm like, yeah, I'm there for it. Looks funny. Mm-hmm. Looks emotional at times, too, with some probably hard-hitting scenes throughout.
Yeah.
Looking forward. Definitely going to see this one this weekend as well.
Yeah, seeing the trailer, a few weeks back, I said this movie looks like it could be the movie of the year.
Mm-hmm. Bold.
Yeah, I'm gonna see it.
Okay.
Don't really have much thoughts on it other than I'll be there.
Got it.
That's my movie. All right, our last movie.
Yes.
That's opening this week that we want to talk about because there's a couple others that we're just skipping.
Yeah.
A generational story about families in the special places they inhabit, sharing love, loss, laughter, and life. This movie is Here, starring Tom Hanks and Robin Wright, directed by Robert Zemeckis. I just saw the trailer in the theater for when I was seeing Saturday Night.
Mm-hmm.
It was the first time I saw the trailer.
Oh, okay.
And I was like, okay, this looks like it could be a tearjerker.
Yeah.
It looks like it could be pretty good. What are your thoughts? Are you gonna see it?
I don't know because my thoughts are almost for the wrong reason. Where it's like It's emotion. It looks like it's gonna be emotional. It looks like it's just taking you on a journey of life throughout, and it puts into perspective, how short life can be or how long can be. Yeah. All the ups and downs of it. I remember I got an ad on my YouTube feed where Tom Hanks is talking about the movie's not about how life is short or you can't do enough. He's like, life is plenty long to be able to do all these great things. You're gonna experience loss. You're gonna experience very happy moments. It looks like it's going to be a pretty great drama. Yeah. I got 2 movies ahead of it, at least in terms of priority for me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm going to get around to seeing it, but it looks like it's going to be a pretty good movie.
Yeah. The trailer looks like the camera doesn't move the entire time.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to take place a lot in that one house, which is going to make it...
But not even in that place, not even in the house, but just like, have you noticed every single shot is the same shot, just the times are changing. The house, the decorations, where the actors are different.
Mm-hmm.
But from what I can remember of the trailer, the camera does not move the whole time.
I forget if there are scenes in that trailer where it's maybe somewhere else, but you might be right in terms of it's just sat there and you watch a family from you maybe young teenagers, and then all the way until they're on Social Security at the very end of their life.
Yeah.
Just taking on a trip of life itself is what this movie is.
Yeah, I like that it's ambitious and it takes us back to the dinosaur days, where this house was.
Yeah,
it's just kind of funny. It kind of reminded me of another movie called A Ghost Story.
Okay.
Did you ever see it?
No, I haven't.
It came out I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years ago.
Okay.
Pretty good movie, and it spans millions of years.
Okay.
Yeah, if not billions of years.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. That's what's opening this week. That's what we're seeing.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna see this one? Sorry, I didn't know if you.
I don't know if I said, just like you, I have a priority. A Real Pain, Juror number 2, or what I'll see. But when we saw Saturday Night, my girlfriend was like, this movie looks like it could be pretty good.
Yeah.
And I think I turned over and she was just like, oh my God, I almost teared just watching the trailer.
Yeah.
So I don't know if she's going to want to see it, but yeah, I'm going to see the other 2. And if I get around to seeing Here, then I'll see it.
Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
Alrighty. So that wraps up our show for today. By the way, we're wearing sports stuff because our teams are winning.
My team's in the I almost said the Super Bowl.
The Dodgers are in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. We're 2-0 up in the World Series, so looking forward to hopefully winning soon enough the World Series. And
Denver, believe it or not, has won 5 of their last 6 games.
Oh, okay, we're on a hot streak with the Broncos.
Yeah, so we're both going places.
Yeah.
But if you want to go somewhere, you can go into the comment section or subscribe to our YouTube channel, like the video. As you can probably tell, our viewership's on a decline, maybe because we suck, or maybe it's because you guys suck. Just kidding.
That's going to help.
Yeah. But anyways, thank you for watching. Keep an eye out for our out of theater reactions. We post them every time we see a movie.
Yep.
And from there, that's it.
Have a good one, guys.
Take care.